I was watching The Omen last night. I've seen it before, but watching it again, the original, and I was like, I want to get something like this, something that fucking takes itself a bit seriously. Something, as I've said before, maybe this is just me, right? But I'm not just looking for things that take themselves seriously. It could be something that's just a bit of a fucking laugh. I don't care. But it's the difference between, and I've said this before, people, no offence to anybody who's got a moustache, but it's the difference between people who have moustaches these days and people who had moustaches in, say, the 70s. The way I see it, people who had moustaches in the 60s, 70s and 80s, they really had that moustache. They just grew a moustache. The way that people in the fucking 50s or whatever would wear a hat. It's just what you do. It's not a big deal. Whereas the way I see it, these days, if somebody has a moustache, it just, I don't know, it doesn't feel authentic. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. It's probably just me. It's maybe because, see, in my 20s, nae cunt had a moustache. If anything, what you did is you sort of grew sideys to about there, right? Nobody had a moustache, you just don't have a moustache. And then, so that when I get to my 30s, I think even in my 30s, I don't remember anybody... when I was in my 30s, I don't remember anybody in their 20s with a moustache. I don't remember it. Don't remember seeing it in a online, in a club, out and about. It was only really when I got to my 40s. Only in the last 10 years, I started seeing some guys in their 20s with moustaches. So see, because it's kind of new, it feels like a phase or a fad or a fashion. I suppose you could say the same for everything. But it almost feels like a kind of... remember, this is to me. I'm not saying this is what it is. So if you've got a moustache, no offence. But it kind of almost goes fucking hand in hand with sort of retro 80s pastiche sort of Stranger Things kind of... Let's pretend to be a man from the 80s or the 70s. It's kind of slightly costumey. And I know you could say, what do you think moustaches and all these things, the whole thing is a costume. Everything's a costume in a sense. Just because it's felt normal to you when you were young, like when I was 10, seeing like fucking Tom Selleck or somebody with a moustache, you weren't there. There could have been cunts who were older looking at Tom Selleck in the fucking 80s or some other cunt with a moustache going like, what is it, he's fucking... You know, there could be somebody like me in the 80s, in their 60s, looking at Tom Selleck or whoever else with a big fucking moustache and going like, ah, fuck off. You know, this big chain of people moaning about what people did. They're then new, you know, like moustaches came, they went, they came back, they went, they came back. The money bastards like me talking about it. But and I feel that same way kind of like with like horror. A lot of horror films. The Omen, kind of The Shining. The Exorcist, definitely. Took themselves seriously. Serious horror films. Serious. No, The Shining. Forget about The Shining. Forget I said The Shining. I want something like that. Somebody that takes it fucking seriously, and they're not just trying to imitate seriousness. You need a fucking, I don't know. Exorcist was comical. I don't think it was fucking meant to be, though. It's the main thing. I don't know, but it's not just that. I'm not like anything. It doesn't have to be horror. I just want something. I don't know. You got to remember, I turned 50 this year, and so I've seen a lot of things, and I've seen a lot of things come and go. But then again, you did get people who are older than me who love everything. They love everything. I'm not one of them. I'm not one of them.